Welcome to the final quarterfinal of the Toyota Esports Challenge. My name is Tickle. I'm going to be keeping you company as we get to see who will be joining our top 3 players in the semi-finals of one of the biggest FIFA tournaments in South Africa for 2020. We started with 64 players. They competed in a round-robin format in the group stages. The top 2 of each group moved through to our knockout stages where we added some fun wild cards as well. You probably watched that last week. Bunch of celebs coming in, jamming FIFA with our top players. From there, they played 2 rounds and we moved into our quarterfinals, which we've been watching the entire week. And today, we find out who the 4th player will be that will join Riasat, the Beast Bianchi from Goliath Gaming, and Masum from Bravado Gaming in the semi-finals and grand finals, where these players will be competing to win that ultimate prize, which is the 50,000 Rand in cash that Toyota has put up for this incredible tournament. We're going to jump straight into the last qualifier because the players are ready and we're going to find out who is going to join them. Zazie is playing up against Ziggy. This is going to be fun. Lots of Z's for me to throw out, and we're going to see how this is going to go in that quarterfinal, who they're going to pick. I'm interested to watch this one. I will be completely honest with you, straight up front. I don't know these 2 players very well. I've heard the names before, Zazie and Ziggy. I know of them, but I don't have as much background as some of the other players that I've seen this week, so I'm excited to watch this play style, see how it goes. Jumping straight in, here we go. We got 2 Liverpools, so I can confirm Zazie is in the red, Ziggy is in the white away uniform, and they start straight away with, I gotta just double check the Ziggies and the Zazie. Ziggy, Zazie, here we go. Okay, Zazie grabbing that. This is very fast, straight off the bat. Ziggy, though, is fighting it out a little bit here. His defense looks pretty good. He's backing it up a little bit, and we're jumping straight in. Here we go. Gotta just get a feel for each other. They've been really fast, straight off the bat. You saw that there. Ziggy looks to have a lot more pace on him, so Zazzie's going to have to figure out a way to keep up Ziggy immediately going on the attack. You can see this now, passing it out, has created enough space. Is he going to cross over? Can he net that goal? And he does just that. There you go, straight off the bat. We're in the 8th minute. Ziggy takes it, scores his first goal. Zazzie's going to be taking a step back now, figuring out what he needs to do. They're both playing Liverpool, which means they kind of know what the other is throwing at them. It's going to come down to format, player selection, of course, all something you can do in FIFA. You're able to determine how you want to play and what style you want. I think Zazzie's probably going to be thinking a little bit about how he slows Ziggy down, because Ziggy is super fast. Look at this. He's already got that ball. He's moving out again. He creates so much space for himself because of the speed at which he works. His attacking is on form. Here we go. This looks like he's going to set it up for another one. He's doing just that. Is he going to have enough time? Is he giving Zazie too much time maybe to bring his defenders back? Seemed like that. Okay, Zazie, what can you do? Are you going to keep that pace going? Looks like he's going to keep moving as well. This is a very, very fast game. Almost a little bit chaotic to start off here. I mean, we're only in the 14th minute. There's a lot of chaos going on. These guys are feeding each other out. You could see that straight away from the get-go, the backwards and forwards. Zazie setting himself up now, hands it straight over to Ziggy. Ziggy passes back. Zazie could have probably intercepted that, chooses not to. Ziggy back on the ball. This is a dangerous place. You don't want him to have this sort of pace. We saw it before. Ziggy's going to be able to do a really neat little cross. Takes a bit of time to set himself up. Is he going to do this? It looks like he's going to try. No, Zazie shuts him down very quick. Held on to possession a little bit too long there. Maybe probably should have crossed over past it. Back into it. I'm going to confirm again in case you're getting confused, because I know that all the Z's are confusing me. Zazzie's in the red, Ziggy's in the white. The away uniform is Ziggy. The home uniform is Zazie. Ziggy and Zazie. So it's going to be, the next 2 games are going to be tons of fun for us as I try and navigate this. Zazie setting it up nicely here. Is it enough for him though? That is the question. Passes on, Ziggy able to intercept there. Loving the pace of these 2 players. Very aggressive play style from both of them coming out. A little bit of focus and concentration. This is what's really great, is you can see their faces. You can hear the excitement on both sides. Ziggy back at it again. This is dangerous. The moment he gets 3/4 of the way here in the field, you know that he's going to pass it out. He's setting it up nicely. Is he going to be able to take a shot on goal? Maybe risk it from a little bit further away. Zazzie's got all his defenders right back there. Shuts it down very quickly. Passes it off. This is a chance for Zazie to convert. He can run this up. Is he going to do that? Speed it up a little bit. Move it up. Don't allow Ziggy time to get his guys back. That's what you got to do. Zazie, can he set this up? I feel like he's given Ziggy just a little bit too much time. Ziggy seems to have got enough of those white shirts in the box there to stop it. Doesn't matter. Zazzy's still going to give it a go. Is this it? Is this the opportunity that he has? Should he risk it? Go for the long lobby? I don't think he should. Seems to be thinking a little bit about that there, trying to decide what he's going to do. Sends it out, just not enough time. Fiddling with the ball, a little bit of fancy footwork there. Passes it through, can move forward. Is that going to be enough? Can he cross it? No. Ziggy's there again. Passes it over to his goalkeeper. Sends it out. Zazzy quickly grabs it there, passes it on, takes the run. This is an opportunity for him. Can he get it set up? Looks like he's trying, but no, Ziggy very quick to defend. Ziggy's defense is really impressive. I was quite impressed with his attacking earlier on. We saw that goal happen. But this has been interesting for me to watch him defend as well as he has. He stayed very calm. That chaotic pace that we saw when he was up attacking, he seems to have really pulled it back when he needs to get into defense, slows himself down. And as I say that, Zazzy goes for a corner, chooses to send it long. Can he send it into his place? Does he have enough people in the box to make something happen here? Struggling a little bit just to get past that body of white shirts. There we go. This is an opportunity for him. Takes the shot, and he does, in fact, net a goal. Levels it up. Liverpool, 1-1. Back to equal playing fields. Good job, Zazzy. Ziggy now needs to get super aggressive if he wants to take this. We're getting close to the end of the first half of this game. What a fun showing we've got from these players. The backwards and forwards has been super entertaining. What happens next though? Can Ziggy impress us the way he did in the first few minutes of this half? Looks like he's trying, creating a little bit of space here, spreading it out. Zazzy's got his guys back. He knows what he has to do. Ziggy needs to think a little bit quicker there, figure it out. And with that, Zazzy starts running, but definitely offsides. Right, here we go again. Ziggy jumping in. Needs to run it up. We saw that impressive pace he's got. If he can move as fast as he did in that first 15 minutes, he could make something happen here. That was a giveaway. We've got 2 minutes additional time added to the clock of this first half. Is he going to be able to use this? Sends it. Is this an opportunity for him? No, it's not. Zazzy shuts it down, and the end of the half goes. They'll swap sides now. Still 1-1. You can see there, you saw the stats for a minute. Possession, relatively equal here. Opportunities and shots on goal, very equal. These two look very impressive. Just to confirm one more time, Zazzy in the red, Ziggy in the white. Both playing Liverpool, 1-1 apiece as we move into the second half of the first game. You know how this works by now, I'm hoping. These players play 2 games each, and the final goal tally will determine who makes it through to the semi-finals. Zazzy looking really impressive now. Ziggy, though, shutting that down very quickly. Keep seeing Ziggy defend very well right there on the edge of the box. He doesn't let Zazzy move in at all. And now the moment he's on the attack, he's super fast. This is the thing. He passes very quickly. He moves very fast. That's what he's doing right now. Ziggy's moving at quite an impressive pace, passing backwards and forwards, just setting up, trying to make space here, trying to figure out if he can get people going. And it looks like he might be able to if he can get this ball through here. Moves around, some fancy footwork. Is it going to be enough? Sends it there, passes it back. Is this going to be enough? Can he take that shot? Sends it. No, I think a little bit too much there. Sometimes when you pass at that speed, you want to also just... You want to pass as quickly as possible, but you want to move as well. Here, there wasn't enough forward movement for him, which allowed Zazzy a chance to get his defenders back into the box and ultimately take the ball away from him. And as I say that now, Zazzy on the attack. That's what's been really fun about this game, the fast backwards and forwards. Here we go. He's running at it. Is that enough? He passes it back. That was a really... I like that little back kick there. Still maintaining it, lost a little bit of momentum, but setting himself up, wants to make sure that he's got enough space in that box to take the shot. So just slowly using his midfield players here just to pass it around a little bit. But as I say that, Ziggy claims it, and we're back on that running speed that we've seen before from Ziggy. Very quickly trying to get it up as fast as he can. You can hear, if you listen very closely and you drown out my voice, the soft click, 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 click of those controllers going. These guys are furiously moving around, trying to make sure all their fingers working, trying to make sure that they can one-up each other, because right now, even playing fields, that's not good for them. They want to make sure that they get those goals, because the goals are going to make all the difference at the end to determine who gets to move into the semi-finals. Right, Zazzy back on the attack now. Setting it up nicely. This looks good. This looks promising for him. But as I say that, does a little back flick there and sends it straight into Ziggy's feet. There we go. Sends it to the wing. That's clever. Run it up the sides. Less of an opportunity to face that wall of defenders that Zazzy has really got. After that first goal I found from Ziggy, Zazzy's kind of figured out that he just needs to keep his players back and stop Ziggy from having any room to move in the box. But as I say that, looks like Ziggy's going to give it another go. Zazzy, again, players pushing it out. You can see both their faces. If you take a look at those player cams in the bottom of the screen, so focused on what is going on here. The mental game here is the big one. They've got to act so quickly. You know, they're playing on the controller. They've got to make sure that's second nature to them by now. They've been playing this game for a long time. Second nature to them, but at the same time, they're constantly having to think, to try and see the spots available to them, trying to figure out what their competitor is going to do and how they take advantage of their mistakes to ultimately net a goal. We're slowing down a little bit now as we move into the end of the first half. And as I say that, Zazzy taking a risk, lobbying it towards the goal, but not really getting anywhere near it. Here we go. Is this going to be enough for him? Sends it again. Unfortunately not. Zazzy will be kicking himself a little bit. Another opportunity for a corner. Runs it in. Got his guys set up. Is he going to take that shot? Does go to do a lobby, but doesn't quite pull it off. So now he's got to reset. He's got to reevaluate. And as I said, that Ziggy's got the ball. This is a dangerous place now. If Ziggy's running up here, you could find that Ziggy could net. Zazzy, though, shuts that down. His defense really is good. He's also slowed, I think, the pace down a little bit. We're moving into the last 10 minutes of the game. Presuming we'll only likely have about 2 minutes of additional time, which means they could very well finish the first game on an even 1-1. That's not what you want moving into game 2. And as I say that, no, there it is. Zazzy nets that goal for himself. 2-1. He's going to be very happy with that. Those last few minutes of the game, and he's able to just add an additional goal to his tally. It's all going to come down to goal difference at the end of these two games, so that for him is going to be a bit of a relief. It allows him a little bit of breathing room, not a lot, but enough. Ziggy not having any of that though. Ziggy knows that he needs to now even this out. He wants to go into that second game so that it's even playing field, and it's all going to come down to how they perform. Can he do that though? He really, I thought with the second goal, Ziggy allowed Zazzy too much room to move, but also I felt that from the start we saw Ziggy with that very chaotic, fast pace, and he sort of slowed down over the last few minutes, and I think that that's allowed Zazzy the opening he needs to see where he can create space, where he can get the ball across. Ziggy's fighting hard now to ensure that he can fight it back. He's going to run it up, passes it back, just setting himself up nicely. Is it going to be enough though? He's got some guys up there. He's got some bodies. He could potentially take a chance. But no. There we go. Final whistle. Two, 1 to Zazzy in the red. Zazzy takes the lead in the end of the first game. That means he's 2 goals up. He's going to be feeling happy with that. Ziggy not so happy with the 1, but it is beatable. So like I said, how this works, it all comes down to goal difference. And so what you want to do now, if you were Ziggy, is in the second game, you need to net 3-4 goals and not allow Zazzy the chance to see the back of the net. If you do that, Ziggy could potentially actually take this. Obviously, Zazzy, what he wants to do is get even more goals in the back after taking that win there. So 2-1 to Zazzy at the moment. Let's see how that goes down now as we move into the second game. Not changing teams makes complete sense to me. Both of them looked very strong on Liverpool, so I imagine they're going to stick that one out. We're just patiently waiting now to see how it's going to go down. I thought that they both looked really good. Very, very aggressive play from both of them. Ziggy just failing a little bit at the end there to keep up the pace he had set so well at the start of the game. Zazzy was able to kind of let him run amok for a little bit and then figured that out and backed up. Kind of let him let him run himself off of his feet until such time as then he started making mistakes. And that's a big thing. You can choose to play when you're playing against these different opponents. You kind of want to see what it is that they want to do. If they want to be super fast, your option is to meet them at that pace and play just as fast. Or the other option is to force them to slow down. Push your guys back into defense. That's going to be a lot easier for you. Right, we get ready to go again. The players just getting ready. This is a big one for them. It's still very easy for Zazzy and Ziggy, either one of them, to take it. Ziggy there, again, just so that you know, Ziggy is in the away uniform for Liverpool. Zazzy in the red. Zazzy gets off to a flying start there. He looks quite strong, but Ziggy quickly grabbing the ball, running it up. This is important for Ziggy now. He wants to get a goal in straight off the bat. That'll equal it up because obviously one more goal will allow him to have an equal goal setting to Zazzy. And it'll open it up as to who makes it through to the semi-finals. Zazzy, though, looking very strong now. Aggressive from the get-go, moving in. Is that going to be enough for him? Takes a shot and, just past the goal. You see the player drop to the floor. Zazzy's probably feeling the same inside, though his face is not giving anything away because he is super focused right now. He's going back at it again. Here he goes. Passes it straight into the feet of Ziggy. Ziggy now, is he going to speed it up a little bit? Are we going to see that incredible pace that we saw in the first game? Choosing to run it up, passes it through, moves his guys around. That quick passing is what we saw earlier. It helps him set himself up into the perfect piece. That's what he wants to do now. Is it going to be enough though? No, because of course Zazzy has got all his guys back. Zazzy knows he needs to defend as hard as he possibly can. That is what he's going to play here. He's going to stop Ziggy from even getting close to that net. Make sure that you shut him down. Don't let him get anywhere in there. Do not allow him to have that fast-paced passing game that he can play right up there. So right, we're back on Zazzy, moving it up. Wants to probably make the goal gap a little bit bigger, I'm sure. So that's what he'll be focusing on right now. First half of the second game. Getting a feel here, moving it around a little bit. Kind of knows exactly what he wants to do, but still just determining how best to do that, how to create the space that he needs to take a shot. And as I say, that could it be, no, a little bit of a fumble there. And Ziggy back on the attack. Zazzy sets himself up nicely, but Ziggy has enough of a defense there to make sure that that cannot be done. And now Ziggy's on the attack. Ziggy has to net a goal. He's got to even this out. He's got to give us that incredible second half that we'll be looking for. That'll really be a nail biter to end off the quarterfinals week of the Toyota Esports Challenge. It's what I want. It's what you want. But Zazzy looks like he does not want that. He's the only one that is not looking forward to that. He wants to make the gap between the goals as much as possible. As I say, that loses it. Both these players playing a very good defensive game. Ziggy moving it through. A lot of this is happening in the midfield. As I say that, Zazzy takes a shot and unfortunately just misses the goal there. We go again. Ziggy wants to get that ball as far away from his goalie as he possibly can. Passes it back. A little bit of backwards and forwards just to see where he can do the run. That's what he wants to do right now. He doesn't have enough people back in the box, but can he potentially make something happen? He does just that. There it is. Ziggy able to get a goal on the sheet. And here it is. We've just evened it out. I asked for it. The FIFA gods listened. We could potentially see a nail-biting second half of this game. Because now it is all to play for. They are even on goals. Ziggy and Zazzy fighting it out for their place in the quarterfinals. Even goal tally right now. If you take into account game number 1, Zazzy's got to be feeling that right now. He's going to have to score another goal. And that's exactly what he's trying to do now. Setting it up. Just moving around. Ziggy just needs to play that defensive game. Pull your guys back. Sit in the box. Make it impossible for him to get past that wall. Zazzy just passing around, trying to find the gap that he's looking for. He wants to net a goal. He wants to push himself back into the lead, well aware, I'm sure, in the back of his mind that they are now equal on goal difference. That's a problem for him. He doesn't want that. There we go. He's going to try and set it up. Unfortunately, not for him. That's a little bit heartbreaking, I'm sure. Final 10 minutes of the first half. Zazzy fighting it out. He wants to go into that second half in the lead because right now you don't want to leave it till the last minute. Zazzy back on the attack, moving it forward. Isn't enough though. Doesn't seem to have enough players in the back of the box there to make some sort of play. Ziggy quickly got it. Now Ziggy's going to run. That's what he's going to do. We saw that incredible pace from him in the first game. He wants to keep doing that. Move as fast as he can. Get it up. Zazzy resetting now. Trying to determine how he's going to play this. Getting a feel. Moving around a little bit. Slow it down. Be calculated. Figure it out. This could be it for Zazzy. No, Ziggy's going to take it. So Zazzy, there's a fine line between slowing the pace down, keeping it calm, and at the same time still moving fast enough that you don't give your opponent time to read what you're doing. There we go. We got 2 minutes of added time. Not probably going to be enough. Maybe Zazzy can get that goal. We want the even playing field as we move into the second half. But as I said, here we go. Zazzy's going to go with the run. This is an open field for him. He can potentially do it. And oh, goalie just slides in there, and the whistle goes for the first half. Zazzy's got to be feeling the pain, I'm sure. He probably would have liked to have ended that there with a second goal. But now we move into the second half of game number 2, our final quarterfinals in the Toyota Esports Challenge. Zazzy and Ziggy, it's an even one for them now. Zazzy, of course, taking the first game 2-1. Ziggy is now currently in the lead. So Ziggy's been able to even it out. They've both got 2 goals apiece. Final half of the second game, it really comes down to whoever scores now is going to be that person who is able to go into the semi-finals of the Toyota Esports Challenge. Zazzy's got a huge opportunity here now, but Ziggy good on the defense, quick to stop that, runs it up. They're going to be both of them knowing that someone has to get a goal. And of course, if it does end on the even goal difference, we'll move into the first half of the third game, and the person who has the most goals scored in that first half of that game, the silver goal rule, if you like, will be the winner. Ziggy coming in fast here. Is he going to do enough? No, just had time to slow it down. Had to move around a little bit, and it wasn't good enough for him. And of course, I will explain the tie if we get there. But right now, even for them, 55th minute of the second game. Ziggy is looking a little bit frantic. He knows that he needs to play much harder, much faster. He's got to be able to get ahead. Both of them know whoever scores next is going to be in a really good position coming towards the end of the second half. Zazzy now giving it straight over to Ziggy. Why'd you do that, man? Okay. Gotta love these little AI refs sometimes. Did a little jump there to make sure that the ball goes through his legs. Ziggy looking like the dominating player in the second half, but not able to get past that Zazzy defense. There's a lot of backwards and forwards. They're losing possession a lot here as they pass. The passing game needs to maybe improve a little bit. Got to be a bit quicker. Not 100% sure what happened there. Critical errors that you cannot make. You can't make mistakes like this in the second half of the second game, especially when you're both even on goals. You need to now think more strategically, think faster, don't make mistakes. Also, always easy for me to say when I'm sitting here just talking about it, when the pressure's building on you, no doubt, you just want to play. Okay, Ziggy, back to that fast frantic. Are we going to see fast frantic, or is he going to take his time and set it up? Cheeky little side pass there, gives him some space to move in. Is he going to be able to cross it over? He's got no one there. Zazzy grabs possession of that and quickly runs it away as fast as he can. Zazzy now with an opportunity attack, running up. Ziggy trying to furiously get his guys back, but Zazzy is able to create a bit more space even for him. Ziggy very quick to defend there. Good defending from him. Neat as well. Zazzy grabbing that ball again. watching that time, 20 minutes to go. That's 20 minutes feels like a lifetime in game, but in reality it's only a few minutes, which has got to be weighing heavily on Zazie and Ziggy, both of them knowing they're sitting on an even keel here. Who's going to be able to take this? Passes it forward. Is Zazie going to be able to do something here? He's been setting this up for a while. He's been trying. He's been chipping at the wall. Is this his opportunity to stop chipping at the wall? Not quite. Ziggy's defense is on point. Runs it up now. Passes it backwards and forwards. We've discussed this before. Ziggy's very, very quick. He knows that he has to be quick. Zazie hasn't found an answer for that quick pace yet. Here we go. Can Ziggy do it? He's running it up. This may be his opportunity. Having a little look-see, got no one there. Passing it straight into Zazie's players. And now Zazie on the attack. A little bit of a backwards and forwards. Can possibly run it up the side. This is quite nice. If he can get his guys forward, he'll be able to do a cross. Is this it? Is this Zazie's swan song? Is this his opportunity to get something? Is that what he's trying to do here? Just make a little bit of space, think smart, take that shot at goal, and ultimately put yourself in the lead. This is what Zazie wants to do. A little bit of backwards and forwards. He's got a really good setup here, and there it goes. We need to wait. We need to wait to see. I'm trying to decide. It is a goal. There we go. I heard the note for the official in my ears. Right. Zazie putting himself on the goal sheet. That's good. Zazie's now 1 goal up. This is tough. 5 minutes in game left. Ziggy is going to have to score twice. Score twice to win this. Otherwise, he's handing it over to Zazie. Is he going to be able to do that, though? That is the question. Of course, the other opportunity for Zazie is to get another goal. If he does that, then he's dead in the water. Listen, I'm going to call it now, and it's always dangerous to do that. There's only about 5 minutes left, but Zazie looks like he's going to be able to take this. He is 1 goal up between the 2 games. He's looking very aggressive now. He's definitely going to try and make sure that he can score another goal. 2 minutes additional time. Can Ziggy's done for. There's no chance that Ziggy can get 2 goals in this time. No doubt in my mind. Right now, Zazie looks like he's going to take this. He's going to join our other players in the quarterfinals. And as I say that, here we go. Ziggy's got the ball. Is he going to try and do it? He's got no one up in front of him. A little bit of a scuffle. There's the final whistle. Zazie takes it. It is a tie in this game, but it means on goal difference. Zazie is your 4th quarterfinalist in the Toyota Esports Challenge. He is going to join the Beast Bianchi, Riasat, and Masoom in the semifinals and grand finals, which is going to be happening next week. If you want to see how it goes down and who takes home that 50,000 Rand cash prize, then make sure you keep it locked to all these Toyota social media channels, the YouTube, the Facebook. We're going to keep you updated. You can follow me as well. You can follow all our commentators, all our players. We're going to tell you how you can watch. And I'm so excited for the semi-final now. We have 4 of the best FIFA players representing some of the biggest organizations in South African esports, and they are going to be fighting it out. It is going to be an incredible, incredible battle. Make sure to spam that hashtag Toyota Esports Challenge everywhere. Tell me who you think is going to take that cash prize, and we'll see you next week for the grand final.